Hey, welcome to Embracing Expansion. My name is Finesse, and if you're new to the channel, I do hope that you find something that uplifts you, encourages you, and enlightens you. So please subscribe, comment, like, and share. It's been such a beautiful journey so far, but today, before I get into what I want to talk about, I wanted to share two things about me that I've realized only now, doing this. When I first started this channel, I really wanted everything that I said to just come from me. So I didn't want anything to be scripted. And not that anything has been or will be in future, but I realized that because I have so much that I want to share on this page with you guys, and everything that I've learned so far, they're really like linked or intertwined or complement each other, so much so that I would start on one topic, but then it takes me somewhere else, and then I have to subtly take a few steps back into the actual topic that I'm talking about. So I got myself, this old notepad I had lying around, I'm like, today I'm gonna try this differently. So I've written down, I know what I'm talking about, but I just wrote down different points that I want to touch on that may contribute to the main idea of this video. All right. My other thing is that I really do not like this. This is my space, right? And I'm not really into all the whole dressing up and vibes, the makeup and all of that. So every time I have to do a live, I literally have to go like, oh, I have to do my eyebrows and I have to do this and I have to so I'm basically like just makeup free. I prefer to do it that way. So I hope that that doesn't deter anyone, but then again, I guess it'll just draw in the right people or those who are interested in the message and not necessarily all of this. Okay, I love all of this, but I want the focus to be on the message. Yeah. All right, so today what I wanted to talk about was spirituality, or the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, or spirituality and physicality, because that's kind of synonymous, the term. So spirituality is, if you refer to the subconscious mind, and for the conscious mind is mostly physical, the physical, what we see, our senses and all of that. So that's how, to me, they're synonymous terms, right? And interchangeable for me. So is a balance necessary? Is a balance necessary? I believe a balance is very necessary, and I realized that a long time ago. And now it started when I used to be a part of a few religions, about 4. I was born a Catholic, but then I went into Pentecostal church, I did some evangelical church, and I also did the Seventh-day Adventist church. Now I would say that the one that I was in for the longest was the Seventh-day Adventist church, and that's where I actually started singing and all of that, and made some really cool friends, some of whom I'm still friends with today, and really discovered a lot about myself, so I'm really grateful for the experience of religion, to be honest. So I'm not saying that it was a bad thing or anything, right? What I realized though was, especially when I was in the Adventist church, it seemed I interpreted a lot of, and I'm going to say this is my opinion, it's not fact, it's based on my experience. I felt like I was supposed to be ignoring the physical aspects of me. Like we were not allowed to wear jewelry, we were not allowed to to wear pants or certain types of clothing. We were not allowed to have certain jobs. Only certain people who had certain jobs were allowed to work on the Sabbath, and we were not allowed to eat certain things. And I felt like for me, it felt like I was battling between the physical me and the spiritual me. Like I had to ignore the things that I liked because it was wrong. And remember, I came from the Catholic Church, so, and a lot of the things that I felt that the church was saying were wrong things were not wrong to me. Like my perception of them was like, they just make me happy, and I'm not being bad or mean or anything, when I indulge, Anyway, so I'm gonna be gazing down here a little bit, just sometimes to get some of my points so I don't drift. All right, we are physical beings as much as we are spiritual beings, and a balance is necessary for both aspects of our existence. Okay, I have been learning and understanding about this balance for some time, and I think that now is a good time to talk about it as I continue to learn. Of course, I may have to do another video because the more you learn, the more you understand, and then you want to come back and reiterate or expand on something that you said. And that's what I found even with the books that I read. I read one book and then I read another one, and it actually elaborates on the first book that I read, even if it's by two totally different authors, and I just become more and more enlightened. So this to me is a beautiful thing. All right, and that's why I started this channel, just to document my expansion and to inspire your expansion and encourage you along your journey. We should never be discouraged about expanding and growing, and we do so through contrast or through error. Error is such a harsh word, I believe, but through your challenges, you're learning and you're evolving, so you're never losing. Okay, I wanted to say that serving your spiritual self shouldn't mean ignoring your physical self, or serving your physical self shouldn't mean ignoring your spiritual self. Okay, in church, I always felt that I had to suffocate my physical self in order to be a true Christian, or to serve the church, or to seem more loyal to the church. There was something they use this term called worldly, your worldly likes and your worldly pleasures and all of that, and I never liked that term. It never sat right with me, and yeah, so eventually I grew away from the church, not away from God, not away from the higher power, but away from the church. And I evolved and have learned so many things. Your physical existence is necessary, because here is the idea of this realm, my interpretation of it. We are all a part of spirit. Spirit is, to me, again, synonymous to God, to Jesus, to any term for the higher power. I prefer spirit. It resonates with me better. So spirit, we are a part of spirit, and spirit is a part of us. Spirit is love. We are love. We are spirit. We are love. We work with spirit. We do not work for spirit, nor is spirit working for us. We work together, right? Contributing to spirit, to the universal power of the subconscious mind, which is spirit, all-knowing spirit, right? I believe that this experience, we are here, we chose to manifest physically in this form, so that our experiences here are contributing to the power of the universal subconscious mind. Okay, we all share mass consciousness. A typical example, or an example I came across, which I was like, this is really a good example, a simple example, because sometimes you use these terms and it just kind of sets you off, like you just get confused immediately. There are like animals on totally opposite sides of the world who have the same habits. I remember watching National Geographic, and there was a group of monkeys on one end and another set, and they were just comparing how the two species, or the different species of monkeys, they had the same habits. They ate the same way. And this was just an example to show that we do share consciousness, and as do we humans. Like, because of social media, since the invention of social media, we have realized that a lot of the things we thought were only unique to us, the thoughts we had, the experiences we had, like people would make memes, videos, posts, and just talk about stuff and be like, oh my gosh, me too. This is just the tip of the iceberg, where the mass consciousness is actually existing. We share that. And this is why I believe that whatever I'm learning here, I'm meant to share. I believe that everything we learn, we're meant to share, because we are here together. I used to be someone who said, I don't need anyone. I just want to be by myself. I'm better off by myself. And that's not a thing. You're here with people because we are doing this together. We are really a team. We really are one. We might be physically separated, but mentally and spiritually, we are one. Okay, consciously, subconsciously, we are one. Okay, and our experiences here, our contrast, our expansion, it contributes to the power of the universal subconscious mind. Okay, so we are contributing, we are working with spirit to expand on its power, expand to kind of like unlock different aspects of spirit. And I believe eventually these aspects will also be made manifest physically with our abilities, our lifespan, and all of those things. Okay, we need to take care of our physical as much as we take care of our spiritual. There are some people who are, I guess, more into the other than one than the other. I believe that taking care of yourself, remember I said earlier that spirit is love. This is a sign of love and gratitude when you take care of yourself in every possible way. And it's important to have a balance. Some people spend so much time focusing on their external features that internally, and I mean health wise and whatnot, they're not doing well because they're so concerned with this, how they look and all of that. That's not wrong to be concerned about that, don't get me wrong, but you need to acquire a balance with your mental health, your physical, internal and external physical health, you know, eating right, meditating, that in itself, it's a spiritual thing. I'll give you an example of how I take care of myself. I love meditating. I start my day with affirmations every day, meditation, reading my self-help books, and then I have a breakfast. I usually have a smoothie, or I make something fun that I like, you know. I exercise, I listen to music, I love dancing, I love dressing up. I dress according to how I feel. If I feel girly, I dress girly. If I feel kind of, you know, not so up for dressing colorful, not colorfully, but I just kind of based on my mood. I just based on my mood, and that's how I take care of myself. I pay attention to myself through my senses. That is how I expand. That is how if something doesn't feel right to me, then I know that I am not, you know, acting in the best, in my best, towards my best, treating myself how I feel. It's important that that's also a part of self-care, physical self-care and spiritual self-care. Paying attention to how your actions, words, feelings, thoughts affect you. If they negatively affect you, then it means that you're not really taking care of yourself, neither physically or mentally. Okay? Our senses are fed by our senses are primarily physically fed. Okay? And this is how we in turn contribute to the universal subconscious mind. A balance is very necessary between the two. You can't, like in church, I felt like I had to ignore everything that was physical about me, my feelings, my desires, my goals even, because it would seem like I was going away from spirit. But I have learned that spirit wants us to be happy and balanced. You know, you shouldn't feel bad because you like to look good. You shouldn't feel bad because you like a certain kind of color, or you like a certain kind of, you know, some people have a lot of tattoos, and we tend to, you know, develop an opinion, a stereotype about them, and that's not cool, because that's just them making themselves happy. And another thing we can also touch on here because of this is allowing. You know, you can't, it's like judging a book by its cover. You can't look at someone's external and assume they're not spiritual, or assume because they're spiritual. It's actually sometimes the opposite, where people say they go to church, but you know, other people assume they're going to church as a cover, just, you know, to hide something. We need both. We need both. And as soon as we stop criticizing one or the other, we learn about them, we realize that they really work hand in hand. And that is how you demonstrate your love and appreciation to spirit for your existence. That is how you encourage spirit to work within you more, through you more, by loving yourself, by being grateful. A way to express gratitude for who you are, to love yourself, is to take care of yourself, and not just physically, but spiritually as well. So yes, a balance is necessary. Have you ever, you know, those people we see walking around who we believe have lost their minds, or they're crazy, or they're just weird? Oftentimes this is because of an imbalance between the physical world and the spiritual world. You know, they've either, and whether it's induced by, you know, drugs or alcohol or whatever, it is caused by that ultimately. You know, your state of mind before you indulge in those things, those practices, does affect how it affects you, how you react, how your body responds, how your mind responds. So someone who is healthy, who is, you know, regularly taking care of themselves physically and mentally, maybe meditating more, or, you know, reading more, or just in tune with who they are a little bit more, I would imagine that it would be less likely for them to lose their physical, their conscious mind. Okay? So a balance is necessary. Okay, there are studies that have proven that, by the way. A balance is necessary between your physical and your spiritual. So take care of both. That's what I want to encourage you to do this week. Take care of both. Start off your day meditating. Start off your day before you put yourself out there, your body, your spirit, your energy out there. Like when you leave your house, you don't know what challenges are going to come to you, or what expansion you're going to be experiencing for that day. But if you prepare yourself mentally, if you kind of it's like a shield for you throughout that day. So if you do that, then you know that you're gonna be okay. So you're not easily swayed off your path, So this is what I want to encourage you to do this week. This week, before you get out of bed, when you open your eyes, gratitude. Write down what you want your day to be like. Meditate. Have something healthy to eat. Smile more. Dress how you feel good. Like sometimes your outfit does affect how your energy. So put on something that makes you feel beautiful. Listen to music that makes you feel beautiful. Balance. Eat. It's not just about physical, it's about spiritual. We need to acquire a balance. A balance is very, very necessary. And that balance, it has to be your balance. It can't be what someone else expects of you. It has to be what makes you feel balanced. So go within more. Figure out what makes you feel balanced, what makes you feel happy, how you can make yourself happy on a conscious level, how you can keep yourself happy on a spiritual level. So it's just about keeping yourself happy, okay? I'm going to be sharing with you on Tuesday at 11:11 one of the books that helped me so much to maintain that balance, okay? So I hope that you do tune in on Tuesday at 11:11. This is our video. My videos go on Sunday at 11:11, Tuesday at 11:11, Thursday at 11:11 a.m. by the way, and Saturday at 11:11. Okay, so we got Embracing Expansion. We do Worthy Reads on Tuesday. We do Spirituality on Thursday, and on Saturday we do Random Advice. So I hope that I see you guys. I hope that you guys tune in on Tuesday and every other day, because it's all about helping each other to grow, to be our best selves, okay, to be healthy, happy, grateful, just to grow constantly, to embrace our expansion. Thank you so much. I hope that you subscribe. Have a wonderful week.